Hello everybody. Welcome to the event. If you're watching right now, you are watching the replay. My name's Felicia Yvette, and I am here to talk to you guys about working this business part-time. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself first, and I spent a little bit of time making some notes for you guys. Just a few things that I think are important to note. For anybody, but especially for people who are going to work this business part-time. Hello, Cindy. How are you, gorgeous? Hello, Nancy. What are you guys up to this evening? Hello. Okay, so a little bit, hey, Tina, a little bit about myself. I have been in corporate America for as long as I can remember. I started working when I was 15 and I've been working since, I feel like. So what I do for my full-time career is I solve problems. I am a reverse engineer. I am a process expert. I basically find problems and fix them at the same time. It's very demanding. I may or may not find something one day. It's very stressful. Big directors depend on me to find savings, and if I don't find anything to solve, then everybody's looking at me. Okay, so it's very stressful, but that is what I do full time. It kicks my butt every single day, but that's what I do for a living. I find problems and I fix them. So it's probably no surprise to some of you who are already with the company that I'm a fixer naturally. That's what I do. So I have a few things that I wrote down. Hi, Stephanie. I have a few things that I wrote down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that I think are important to note. Let's start with number 1. The first benefit of working this business part-time is the extra money. I know that's why you're all looking at this video anyway. We all need extra money. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want extra money. But I do want to bring a personal story into this a little bit. Sometimes unexpected things happen. Last year, I was hit in the face with this diagnosis that changed my life. And I decided I was not going to treat it with Western medicine. I decided that I was going to treat it holistically. And so I'm going to sit up a little bit. And so my insurance doesn't cover holistic care. So a lot of the money that I make from Lyme Life goes toward my care. I'm not just out here blowing money on myself. Lots of money goes there. So if anything pops up, maybe your hot water heater goes out, maybe you need a new washer and dryer, whatever you need, that's money that you could use for the unexpected things. So that's one of the benefits, is that you have your full-time career money for your bills, and then you have your Lyme Life money for all of those unexpected things that happen and kick you in the butt, and you're like, oh snap, how the heck am I going to pay for that? Now you know how you're going to pay for that. Number 2, a really cool thing that I love, hey Sherry, about working this part-time is that I feel like it takes a little bit of the pressure off. If you work this full-time, I feel like there's like constant pressure to like perform, you know, and you are kind of forced to develop everything way too fast. It's not like a gradual thing. And I feel like that's been a benefit for me, is that I get to work this, number 1, when I want to, however, very consistently, because you have to do that. But it takes a lot of people years and years to develop the skills that they need to win at this type of business. You have to think about networking. To some people that doesn't come naturally. Like, hello, Felicia, I'm an introvert, but I'm doing this. Networking, prospecting, training your teammates, learning how to communicate well. That stuff is not all stuff that comes to people naturally. And so you can kind of gradually learn how to do all of these things. Whereas if you were doing this full time and your life depended on it, you have to like force yourself to do that stuff fast, and it may not be that great. So I think that's an advantage of working this part-time too. And that leads me right into slow and steady. What grows fast sometimes dies fast. And so I love that I'm just kind of, again, growing this very, very slowly, but it's working for me. And it's not so overwhelming for me. I'd rather bring in, 3, 4 people a month than bring in 30 people in a month and be like, I don't even know I wouldn't even know what to do if I brought 30 people. I'm sure I would figure it out. I'm not going to turn them down. However, I don't know what I would do if that happened. Number 4, work-life balance. I think that, again, how can I say this? You're already used to work-life balance. You go to work, you come home. I work from home, but same thing. So you go to work, you go home, right? There's work-life balance. Hopefully you have some balance in your life. Fingers crossed for you. I'm like going to pray for you if you don't have any balance in your life right now. But you know, I just feel like if you already kind of have that full-time thing going, and then you have this or you go home to your family, right? Putting this into your life, maybe right now it seems like you're like, I already don't have time. I already don't have time to do other stuff. So how the heck am I going to fit another job into my life? Guess what you're going to do? How about that TV show you love? Guess what? Maybe you don't get to watch it every week. Maybe you just take a day and you catch it all on Netflix or something later. I don't know. Maybe if you're in the car driving home from work, maybe instead of listening to music, your favorite album or whatever, maybe you put a training video on, or while you're washing dishes or while you're showering. Like, there's zero excuses why anybody can't work this business. Like, no, there's no excuse. And then the last thing that I think is the most important part for me is that I told you guys my day job is very demanding. This is my fun. This is what I look forward to doing. The moment this stops being fun for me is the moment, guess what? I'm not going to do it anymore. And that's a fact. This is fun for me. If it's not fun for you as a part-time job, guess what? It's not going to make you happy if you do it full-time. And what I will say is that I do plan on doing this full-time at some point. I've done pretty well for this just being like my side job. I feel like in the beginning I dedicated way more time to it than I do now. I'm 2 years in. I try to work my business 10 to 15 hours a week minimum, which is like not a lot of time, you guys. But you know, when the time is right, I'll leave my full-time job. But for now, I've made it, you know, pretty far. I've made it to executive ranks, which is really cool for only doing this part-time. And I believe I can get to the top doing this part-time. So that's all I had to say to you guys. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you, Nancy. Get with the person who invited you to this event if I just sold you on it, because you need to be here. It's just a fact. And we're all here to help you however you need once you get in the door. So I hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you guys later, and have a good Monday night, right? It's Monday. Bye.